So I hear you want to move to LA. Here are some things you need to know before you do that, especially as a Black person or even a person of color. Now, before I get fully into it, PSA for all you Angelinos, because I know someone's gonna come for me.
Don't fight me, because I know how you girls like to tussle.
Now, I'm giving you this list because obviously, if you've seen the previous video, which if not, whatever they point to, it'll be here somewhere. I don't hate LA, because obviously I'm leaving LA soon, in a couple months, but I don't hate LA. LA is just not for me to live in. I would stay for a month, I would travel here, I would vacation here, I would work here, but to live here full time, it's a no for me, dog. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 reasons why it might not be the easiest to be here. So let's get comfy, put my glasses on. And let me read my list. Community. Let's start with community. There is none. Okay, I'm just fucking with you. So if you're not from LA or have family or friends or any of that already situated here, it is going to be difficult for you to get acclimated, because LA is not a welcoming place. It is not, especially coming from New York, where you're bumping into people all the time, you're seeing people all the time. There's always people walking around, whereas in LA, everybody's in cars. So there's a reason why community is not the same. And that's one of my issues that I had coming here. Like, yes, I have some friends here, but it's one of those things where it's not like deep rooted. Like my one guy friend, and he's a person that I would say is the closest to deep rooting, but he's a guy. Like, I need more, female friends, people that we can have those kind of conversations. Don't get me wrong, I love him, but it's not the same. So when it comes to community and building, and again, like I say, I really think people that are from here or that have people here already, I think it's easier for them to do it because they have some kind of roots, some kind of grounding, some kind of stability. Whereas coming here, it's like you're looking for that. And because LA is so spread out, it's harder to find that. You might meet a few people at work or at a bar or at a restaurant, but it's not really long-lasting friendships. It's like, oh, you're cool. And we're gonna get into that. You're cool, but I don't know if I want to be your friend. I don't know if I want to connect with you. I don't know if I want to build with you. I don't know if you're going to use me. It's all these different things that go into it. So creating community is really hard out here because you really want people on the same page as you. And it's not, again, like New York, because I'm going to compare it to where I'm from. Whereas you have different walks of life that come together. If you're in fashion, if you're in music, if you work corporate 9 to 5, no matter what, everybody melds together. Where here, it's a lot more clumped up by occupation. Oh, the sun is setting, so it'll be a change of lighting, but you'll be fine. So that's why it's not the same aspect of that. So just prepare yourself that there's a chance that's going to be more difficult for you to find your community. And if you're okay with that, then you're fine. Because I honestly think LA is a great place to build your career. I'm not going to knock it, especially if you're in acting, modeling, photography, styling, social media, whether that is a content creator, an influencer, whatever the case may be. I think LA is a great place for your career, but building a community, not so much. Okay. We're gonna go into this one because of the last one. Because everyone wants to be someone out here. Everyone feels like they are someone. And I don't want to say everyone. A lot of people come out here posing as something else. Like, this is gonna sound like I'm trying not to sound like an asshole. When you go to New York, we're gonna test you, we're gonna put you through the ringer, and we're very quick to read through the lines of BS. We can see it from 50 miles away. We're like, yeah, that's not me, dog. Whereas here, people come to reinvent themselves. People come to discover themselves in different lights. And it's not always the best. So it's kind of like, okay. So people will put it on a front and say, oh, this is who I am. You know, I'll be in. Okay, Bob from Kansas City. Like, excuse me, I don't want to say Kansas City. You know what, whatever. But you get my drift. Everyone really comes here with this is who I'm going to be now. This is who I want to. Again, I have to stop saying everybody. A lot of people come here to flex, to show differently, to be somebody else. And I'm not going to knock them. Do what works for you, but also don't lose who you are originally in the process of trying to become somebody else. Why? You deserve better than that, and everybody that meets you deserves better than that. Be yourself. I mean, that's what makes you land better jobs and create the community that you want, be in the spaces and places that you want. You know, all these things. But it is very much like, oh, I'm gonna stomp on knees, I'm gonna do this. Okay. All right. Sure. Whatever works for you, buddy. Diversity. Good Lord. Okay. Let's get into diversity. There is none. That sounds so bad. Okay, let me put stuff down. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep using New York because that's where I'm from and that's what I know. Coming from New York, where you see Black, Spanish, Italian, French, you see everything there. Coming here, I think based on like movies and certain events, I felt like I would see everything. But when I came, I was like, oh, I have to go to certain neighborhoods to see Black people. And I'm gonna go specifically with Black people because that's obviously what I'm looking for. You have to definitely go to certain neighborhoods to find Black people. When I first moved here, anytime I saw a Black person, I was like, hi, 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 hey friends, hey Black person. Because I was so excited to see them. That's when I used to live in Mid-City. Now I live in Rampart Village, which is like between Cape Town and Silver Lake. But it is very difficult to not see people that look like you, and then even when you do, they don't acknowledge you in the same way. Like, you know, give the people the head nod. They don't do that out here. I mean, like a few people do it, but it's not an ongoing thing. Like, you see Black people and they're usually Black American. I feel like I haven't seen that. Black Americans, you see Africans, you see like, I mean, not that many Africans. Okay, I'm lying. You'll see a decent amount, but it's not crazy. And the West Indians, smaller. But it's hard to not see your people. And even if, for example, if you're Spanish, I haven't seen that many Dominicans out here. I haven't seen that many Puerto Ricans out here. I think I've seen like, obviously Mexicans. I've seen a couple of like Ecuadorians. I'm trying to think of like all the different classes of people. Not classes. I'm trying to think of the variety of nationalities out here. So it's not as diverse as you think. Like if you want to see Black people, you have to go to like Inglewood, Leimert Park area, Baldwin Hills, I believe. And see, that's the thing. Even I don't know all the areas because I'm just like, if that's what I gotta do to see us, that's tiring. And even going out, you know what? Is that on my list? Because I don't want to mess up my list. We'll bring it up. Even when it comes down to like going out, for example, I have gone out with girls and we hung out, and say we go to an event and we want to have drinks after. We'll have drinks and we're like, oh, what's the turn up spot? Where do we go? I will go to so many bars and be like, yo, where are we at? And I literally go, where are we at? It's always, oh, I don't know, I stay at home. Oh, I don't know, I'd be in my neighborhood, which is like in Inglewood. Oh, I don't, and I'm like, so we all just don't be outside? Like we don't ever? And don't get me wrong, I love being inside. But when I want to be outside, I want to know where to go. So prepare yourself for that. Prepare yourself. It's going to eventually, I think if you're with the right people, you'll be fine. And obviously, again, that's going to take some time to find your people so that way you can have those experiences. But off the bat, starting off, it's going to be a little difficult. So go to like the everyday people, go to like the link up, go to like the district by GS, I think it's called district by GS. I'm trying to think of other places. What is that place? Secrets Hookah Bar. I'm still discovering these places as I go. But yeah, it's not, they lied to us. They lied big time. So there's that. Dating, oh my freaking Jesus. Oh, dating. I have been here now almost 4 years, and I have gone on maybe 5 or 6 dates, maybe, I don't, either way, nothing in comparison to what it should be at all. So let's think about this. When it comes to dating, one, just be aware if you are a beautiful melanin dark princess like me, or any, whatever shade you are, colorism is definitely a thing, and especially out here. Definitely a thing out here. And even down to body image, definitely a thing out here. So it's like you have, and this might be controversial to some of y'all, or y'all might feel away, and that's okay. We can have a conversation. I don't mind having it. But you have like the white women slash fair skin slash Asian slash Spanish women up here, right? I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'm missing. And then you have dark women all the way, wait, below camera eye level. That's how it is. But, and I think that it's, and don't get me wrong, I think people that are originally from LA, like original Angelinos, I think those black men do love black women. However, everybody else, and then even down to how they approach you. I'm used to some New York, like, shorty, I'm trying to talk to you, how you looking good, whatever. I'm used to that machismo, like I'm that, you know what I mean? Here, this is how a man will try to talk to you. That's it. Did you miss it? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? I hope you caught it, because that's it. That's all you're getting. Like, what the fuck? So yeah, you have to be assertive if you see something that you're interested in. My thing is, I don't mind doing that occasionally, but I'm not doing that all the time. There's not enough fine men for me doing that all the time. And then also, there's also not that many straight men out here either. So prepare yourself for that as well. I think because it's a very industry-driven city. Is that the words I want to use? I'm not really sure. But either way, yeah, there's not that many straight men out here. So that's also a thing. The ones that you might even think are straight are not. And don't get me wrong, like, live your life, do your thing, be gay, bi, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. But I'm just looking for what's for me. You know what I mean? I'm just like, and I'm trying to move all the nonsense out the way. And be like, the men that are for me, if you are looking for moi, stay right here. If you're not, please exit stage left and right. Okay? Thank you. and the right ones step right up front. So yeah, you have to prepare yourself. And it's funny because I'll say that and people don't believe me. I'm like, go on TikTok. TikTok has all the receipts and all the girls are talking about it. Dating in LA as a black woman, so even especially a dark woman, good night, good luck, God bless. You either have to get a new transplant, be in a long distance relationship, find an Angelino, and every now and then there are the men that are in the industry or out in the streets or visiting, whatever, that are there. But I'm just preparing you, okay? Preparation is what? Key, okay? Okay, the last one I want to say is elders. I am big on talking to someone older who has lived a life that can give me some guidance, some support, some information, whatever the case may be. And I don't feel like I see a lot of that out here, weirdly enough. And it's interesting, but also not surprising. I think LA is such a place for the young, the new, the next, that even in a lot of my friend groups, I am usually the oldest. And I'm like, I'm glad y'all can come to me for advice. Bitch, who am I supposed to go to? Like, say what? And it's just so interesting because I used to take, like, back home, I used to take myself on a lot of like single dates where I'd take a book, go to the bar or go to a restaurant or lounge. I mean, not a lounge obviously, but, and read my book. And there was always like an older man or older woman that I'd always end up in a conversation with. And it was one of those things that would always make me feel like, okay, Fab, you are in the right space. You are doing what needs to be done. Or they might put me onto some game that I didn't even think about. Like, damn, that's good. Out here, I haven't had that. And it's like, what the hell? What's going on? Like, where y'all at? But I also don't blame them. I feel like LA is definitely a very much a young person's game. And a young person's game and a young person's city. I feel like if I was in my early 20s or just any of my 20s, I would have stayed. If I was in my 20s, I definitely would have stayed in LA. But I'm not. I'm far from my 20s. Not crazy far, but I'm far enough from my 20s where I know it is time to go. So yeah, I hope those 5 things helped you. So we talked about community, diversity, dating, elders, and as well as everybody thinking there's somebody. There's more, and if you want a second one, let me know. I'm more than happy to give you more details. If you need more information about being in LA, I'm more than happy to do more on that. But I just want to give you the heads up that people didn't give me, and I feel like I don't see this a lot on whether it's YouTube or Instagram, TikTok, yes. But I want to be able to give you guys the keys and the support and the information that I didn't get, which I wish I had. And trust me, there's a lot more to know about LA that people don't talk about. But if you have any other questions, hit me up and I'm more than happy to do a part 2 if that's what you would like. But yeah, if you're thinking about moving to LA, what are some things that's on your mind? What are some things that you are questioning? And what are some things that makes you go, yo, I can't fucking wait to move out there? Either way, I'm here for it. And that's it for now. I always forget to do this. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment, to follow me on Instagram, Fabiola Michele. I think that's about it. All right, guys. Till next time. Peace.